So welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden. Thank you for joining me for our Feel Good Friday practice. And we're still thinking about our breath, which maybe sometimes when you say it, it sounds a bit strange, but really, how often do we think about our breath? We just take it for granted. And I know people who've been practicing yoga for a while probably are becoming much more aware of their breath, but generally we very often can go hours without even noticing our breath. So today I really want you to think about your breath in every little bit that we do if possible. So while you're getting yourself settled in Shavasana, I'm just going to read to you from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. So this is the bit where they say, when the dark clouds come, keep going. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. This storm will pass. And it looks like we are getting through our storm quite nicely now. So just check that you've nice length in the back of the neck. Imagine you're stretching the crown of your head up towards the back of your mat or the top of your mat. Shoulders drawing down away from your ears. Arms rotated. Backs of the hands on the floor. The heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat. The heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. And just literally allow yourself to arrive on your mat. And just take a couple of minutes to be aware of your breath, to notice your breath. Notice the in and the out. Don't try to change it in any way, just be aware of it. Notice the contact points of your body with the mat. The back of the head, the backs of the shoulders, the backs of the arms, excuse me. The buttocks, the heels. And just be aware of the weight of your body on the mat. And just allow yourself to be here now. So I'm just going to read you the 1 minute meditation, which is just a lovely way of beginning to really bring your awareness to your breath. So if you'd just like to take a normal breath, and then in your next inhale, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in, feeling the lungs expanding. Breathing out, a sense of letting go. Breathing in, feel the body getting fuller. Breathing out, feel the release of any tension. Breathing in, feeling alive and awake. Breathing out, feeling muscles relaxing. Breathing in a sense of fullness and breathing out any unnecessary tension. And then just return to your natural breath. And hopefully now it has begun to slow down. And you're beginning to feel that you have actually arrived on your mat. And you're coming into that right place, that perfect place for your yoga practice this morning. So I'm just going to read a little bit from Jack Harrison's book, The Celtic School of Yoga. And he talks a lot about the breath, and this time he talks about the intimacy of breathing. So he talks about the pranayama being about receiving and giving. It's an intimate relationship, a deep ecology that teaches us how to sustain and optimize vitality when we need to, and how to share energy generously when we are able. So really, it is through our breath that we can get most energy. We can use it to the best purposes at its most fully, and equally we can help to share with others, because we will have more energy, we will have more vitality, we will be in a better place ourselves. So just take a couple of nice, long, slow, deep inhales again. So feel as if you're taking your breath right down to Muladhara chakra, right down to the root chakra. So you're getting right down into those very bottom lobes of your lungs. And then literally see if you can feel the breath as it moves through each chakra. So you start off with earth, water, fire. You come to your heart center, air, the throat chakra, space, right up to the crown chakra, where everything is okay. And then as you exhale, the process reverses. So really deepening your breath, optimizing the vitality in your breath, energizing, restoring, renewing. And then in the exhale, softening, releasing, relaxing. So do one more of those just in your own time. And then just return to your natural breath. So today we're going to be thinking about our breath and also finding that still point, that sense of stillness within. And if you're really aware, you can notice that sense of stillness within your breath. So at the end of the inhale and before you start your exhale, and equally at the end of the exhale before you start your next inhale. And again, another little point, it's part of our breath, but again, how often do we notice it? It just happens and we pay no attention. And sometimes those little pauses can be quite long, and other times they can be quite short. So throughout our practice today, we're going to see if we can really optimize that sense of stillness within and really try and use it as well to soften into our practice. So when you're ready, have a stretch just whatever way suits you. And of course, as always, remember you only do what suits you, and you don't hold your breath at any time. You feel your own body, be aware of your own body, and be kind to it Honour your body. No pain or pinching or pressure. Just do what feels right for you. And adjust the postures, use prop, whatever you need to do at any time at all. And of course, take a rest when you need to as well. So now bring your knees in towards your chest. Just give them a little squeeze, maybe a couple of wee rocks from side to side. And then straighten your left leg out along the mat. Keep hold of your right shin. Clasp your hands at your right shin. So watch your shoulders haven't gone up towards your ears here. So really feel you're rolling your shoulders down. Reach into that left heel. Take a big inhale here. And squeeze your right knee in and see if you can bring your nose towards your knee. So when I say towards your knee, that's what I mean. You don't have to kill yourself to try and touch it, and don't let your shoulders ride up when you do this either. Release gently, but see if you can keep your head and shoulders off the floor without too much bother. And then another inhale and exhale, knee a bit closer. Inhale, release. But keep your head up if you can, your shoulders off the floor, lovely. And exhale. And then gently release that right leg, stretch it out along the floor, and we'll do the other side. Excuse me. Left knee in, reach into your right heel. Watch your shoulders again. Your shoulders always want to help in these postures. My shoulders want to help in absolutely everything, which is probably why I keep mentioning them all the time. Big inhale here, exhale, knee to nose. And watch your shoulders as I'm watching mine. Release gently in the inhale. Try and keep your shoulders off the ground if you can. And exhale, a bit closer maybe. Keep reaching into the right foot. Inhale, release slightly. And exhale. And then gently plant the left foot in the floor, bring your right foot in beside it, and then we're going to bring both knees up. Take your hands into the backs of your thighs if you want to, and we're just going to begin to straighten one leg at a time up towards the ceiling. So they maybe won't straighten immediately, so you maybe want to put them up and down a couple of times just to warn all the muscles about what you're going to ask them to do. And then when you're feeling a wee bit looser, just come into your static legs up. So you can keep a wee bend in your knees if you need to. You don't need to have your legs dead straight, but just be wherever feels right. So again, maybe a few wee rotations with your ankles, a few wee foot flaps, always a good idea. And you're probably already beginning to feel it a little bit in your core. So we're not really going to do any core work, we're doing head work today. And again, thinking about our breath and thinking about stillness. So we're going to bring our arms up at shoulder level. And we're going to do the one where we do alternate arms and legs. So we're going to do 5 rounds. So that's 5 lefts and rights, if you understand me. And I'm going to talk through the first couple, and then I'm going to keep quiet because I really want you to feel your breath when you're doing this and focus. Okay, so take a nice bit. We're going to open up on an inhale. So inhale, left foot, right hand to the floor. Exhale, bring them back again. Inhale, right foot, left hand. Exhale, up. Inhale, right foot, left foot, right hand. And exhale, up. Right foot, left hand. And up, that's 2. So keep going, we're going to go for 5. And just try and find a stillness as you do this. Close your eyes if you can. And then when you're finished, bring your knees in towards your chest. And hopefully, would have stimulated the left and right hemispheres of your brain a little bit as well while doing that. So now we're going to plant our feet in the floor, heels just where you can graze them with your middle finger, tuck your shoulders under, and we're going to press into our hands and our feet. So feet and knees hip width apart, and we're going to try and not let them roll in or roll out, and we're going to do a few baby bridges, Setu Bandha. So when you're ready, press into your feet and your hands and lift your hips up towards the ceiling, chest, sternum up towards your chin. And exhale, unroll, nice and slowly. Now either just repeat that, or if you'd like to, we're going to add in the arms. So inhale, press into your feet. Feel your breath. Watch for that little still point. And exhale, unroll and bring your arms down. Nice and slowly. One more like that. Inhale, press into your feet. See if you can find stillness within. And exhale. Nice and softly. Release, lovely. And then bring your knees into your chest, and we'll just rock and roll a couple of times. Swing your legs to one side and meet me in tabletop. So knees below your hips, wrists below your shoulders, and actively pressing the floor away. So we're pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, fingers really well spread, index finger facing forward, and we're pressing the floor away as if our life depended on it, as if the floor is coming up to meet us and we are trying to keep it down, like trying to keep something pressed down that's bubbling up. So we're going to take a big, this is a wonderful, we're going to do cat-cow, and cat-cow is really good for finding that sense of stillness again. So when you're ready, big inhale, drop your belly to the floor, bottom up towards the ceiling, draw your chest through, wee pause. And exhale, tuck your tail under, navel back towards your spine, round your shoulders. And feel the stretch in the back body when you're in this, in cat, and the stretch in the front body in cow. Inhale. Belly to the floor, bottom up towards the ceiling. We pause here, stillness. And exhale, tuck your tail around your shoulders, chin to chest. Another little pause for stillness. One more. Inhale. Into cow. Exhale. Into cat. And then inhale, bring yourself back to your neutral tabletop. So now we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg. So give it a wee stretch to start off with. And then we're going to lift it up at hip level. So you stay here if this is fine for you. So watch you haven't collapsed over on the left hand, but if you're going to do the next bit, the left hand's going to be coming away anyway. So press strongly into the right hand, strongly to both hands at the minute, and then reach forward with your left hand and arm. So you're reaching forward and reaching back. Lift your navel back towards your spine. Big inhale here, and exhale, elbow to knee. Or if you're here, knee to nose. Inhale forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more. Inhale forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale forward and back, and this time bring your right heel in towards your bottom. Swing round with your left arm. Maybe take hold of your foot or your ankle, or if you're here, you can just keep your heel in towards your bottom. And then begin to lift your right thigh up towards the ceiling. So keep looking at the floor, it'll help your balance. So lift your right thigh up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing strongly into the right hand and arm. And then you can begin to turn and look over your left shoulder if you want to. So nice, strong right arm, pressing the floor away, lifting the right thigh up. Great. One more big inhale here, and gently release the right foot. Bring your left hand down, and we'll do the other side. So reach back with your left hand and left foot, jumping the gun, and then bring it up at hip level. Stay here, keep your right hand planted if you want, or reach forward with the right hand and arm. Reaching forward and reaching back. Big inhale here, and exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee, or again, knee to nose if you have both hands down. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, forward and back. This time we're going to bring the left heel in towards your bottom. Swing round with your right hand. Take hold of your right foot, your ankle, your leggings. Belt is handy if you have it. And lift. Begin to lift the left thigh up towards the ceiling. Pressing your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. Keep looking at the floor, or if you want to, you can turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Strong left hand and arm. Lifting up, breathing. Can you find a still point? And then gently release the left foot. Tuck your toes under, and we're going to come up into down dog, or if you want to, come into child's pose briefly. So bring yourself up into down dog with bent knees. And walk your dog. And then when you're ready, come into your static dog, either with bent knees or straight knees, your choice. Shoulders rolling away from each other. Big arm muscles in your arms rolling out. Arm bones rolling out. Thighs, they're not moving, of course, rolling in towards each other. Navel back towards your spine. And let your head go. So this is a wee rest. So if you happen to have taken it in child's pose, join us now in down dog. And then we're going to look forward, lift the right leg up and step through with the right foot, left knee to the floor. Plant your left hand and inhale up with the right. And exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, and then get your balance, bring your hands to your knees if you need to, swing your arms up into low lunge. So you can have your toes, the top of your foot on the floor, or tuck your toes under, right knee and ankle in line with each other, reaching up. And just see if you're here, you can find a still point within. Stillness and strength with your breath. One more big inhale here. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale again and exhale. Begin to turn towards the right. So left elbow to the outside of the right knee, or left hand to the outside of the, left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand back, or hands in prayer. One more breath here. And inhale, back to center. Frame the front foot with your hands. Press into the toes of the back foot. And bring yourself back into down dog. And we'll do the other side. So left leg up, look forward and step it through. Right knee to the floor. Plant your right hand. Inhale up with the left. So feel you're drawing your right ribs forward. And exhale down. Check your right knee and ankle are in a nice line together. Inhale up. Lovely. And exhale down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Press into the tops of both, or the top of the back foot and press into the front foot. Inhale, swing your arms up into your low lunge. And let's find stillness here. Calm. Breathe. Press into both feet. Lift your arms up, shoulders away from your ears. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And take a big inhale so you've room to twist, to turn. And either right hand to the outside of the left thigh, or hands in namaste, and bring your right elbow over. So watch your left leg stays exactly where it is. And you can turn your head and look over your left shoulder if you want. Don't let your left knee go walkabout. One more big inhale here. And gently release your hands. Frame the front foot. Tuck your toes under, tuck the toes of the back foot under. And we're back into downward facing dog. And we'll just take our knees down, out the full width of the mat, big toes to touch. And stretch your arms out in front. So this is going to be an active resting pose. So if you can't get your forehead down onto the floor with your heels down, just keep your bottom up a bit, or if your knees are sore, and do it like this. But wherever you are, we want to really stretch the arms away in front so that you're getting a real stretch right along the back body. Or again, you can bring a brick and put it underneath your forehead. So stretching through the whole sides and back of your body. Inhaling, getting length down the back body. Exhaling, softness. And here we are really looking for a nice still point where our mind is still, our body is still. Just that delicate movement of our breath. One more breath here. And then walk your hands back. Bring your knees back together. Tuck your toes under. And we're ready to go for a little flow. And walk your dog briefly. Take the weight onto your left foot. Lift your right foot up or right leg up. Look forward. Step through. And this time we're going to stay in the ball of the back foot. So get your balance, hands to your knees if you need to. Swing yourself up into high lunge. So pressing strongly into both feet. Reach up. Reaching into your fingertips, lunging a little bit more. And just see if you can go inside and feel a sense of stillness. Inhale up. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. And then we're going to bring our hands down to our heart center. And then bring your right elbow onto your right thigh. Pivot on the back foot. You might need to adjust your footing a little bit. And press into your right lower arm into your left thigh, right thigh. And then bring your arm up into extended side angle. So reaching into the left fingertips, pressing into the left side of the foot. So we're going sideways, so we're almost bringing our right ribs forward, left ribs up to the ceiling. And breathe, just the way you would be in Trikonasana. And you can, if you want to, you can turn your head and look under your left arm. And then from here, you can bring your left hand onto your hip or keep it where it is. And we're going to straighten that right leg, drop your right arm to wherever it goes, and we're in Trikonasana. So tuck your tail under, lift your pubic bone up. Keep a soft bend in the front leg if you need to, pressing strongly into the baby toe side of the back leg. Turn your head and look up at your left thumb as long as you have no neck issues. And breathe, reaching up, getting energy from this right hand as well. And see if you can find a still point here. A strong posture, but we can be still in it. Just breathe. One more breath. And then we're going to windmill the left hand down. Bend your knees as deeply as you need to make contact with the floor. And turn both feet to face forward. So both knees are bent quite deeply. And we're going to just rock from side to side. We're not doing Skandasana, so our bottom's up quite high, but we're straightening one leg and bending the other one at a time. Last one to each side. And then keep walking your hands round. This time, pivot on the toes of both feet so that you're facing the front of your mat again. And then press strongly into the toes of the back foot, spring forward, and meet me in Uttanasana 1. So knees bent as deeply as you need to, crown of your head coming down towards the floor, shoulders away from your ears, nice long back. And then inhale, come into your flat back, hands to your shins or your thighs or the floor, shoulders rolling back and down, navel back towards your spine. And exhale, fold a little deeper. And then we're going to inhale, press into all four corners of your feet and slowly bring yourself back up to stand. Reach up, draw down that energy, that stillness, that peace to your heart center. And just stand briefly. And now we're going to do Natrajasana, dancer pose. So tell yourself you're taking the weight onto your left foot and leg and begin to reduce contact with your right foot. So bring your right knee back in line with the left, and maybe you can reach down and take hold of your right foot or your right leggings, or if you've happened to have a scarf or a belt handy, use that. But if you can't take hold of your foot, you can just keep your foot there too. Maybe a bit harder work actually. And then if you want to, you can take a mudra, first finger and thumb pressing together, and bring your left hand up. And of course you can go to the wall. So just reach forward at whatever you've got, or a worktop, Carla, and do it from there. And just sometimes knowing it's there is enough to help your balance, or enough to make you feel secure. So once you're here, maybe you'll stay here just like this, that's fine. But if you want to go a bit further, begin to lift your right thigh up towards the ceiling. But we've already done this today, sure. So keep lifting it up, press your foot into your hand into your foot. Find something that's not moving. Keep lifting it up. Lovely. And breathe and find that still point. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soften. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself back to upright. Release your right foot. And then we're going to inhale, swing our arms up, bend your knees deeply, fold forward and down, and step back into down dog. And we're going to do all of that on the other side now. Okay. So, have a wee quick breath here in down dog. Then lift your left leg up, look forward, step it through, stay in the ball of the back foot. Press your hands into your knee if you need to bring yourself up. So you can keep a wee bend in that back knee if you want to, but keep pressing into the heel. So the back leg doesn't have to be dead straight. So if it's easier for you to keep a wee bend, do. Reaching up and sinking down. You're looking for stillness, for strength, for peace. And use your breath to find it. One more big inhale here. And then drop your hands to your heart center. Drop the heel of the back foot. Bring your left elbow onto your left thigh. Press up out of that left elbow and swing your arm across. You might need to adjust your stance a bit. Reach into the fingertips of the right hand and arm, pressing into the baby toe side of the back foot. Reaching forward. Feel the stretch between the tips of the fingers and the right toes. And then begin to straighten the left leg. Just let your hand go to wherever it goes. And bring your right hand up into Trikonasana. Lift your pubic bone up, tailbone tucked under. Head back in line with your spine. So don't let your head go. And if you want to, you can turn your head and look up at your right thumb. Lift the kneecaps on both legs. And breathe. And see if we can find the stillness here in this posture. And smile. And just be. One more breath here. Drop your right hand down and bend both knees as deeply as you need to. Bring the right hand down to the floor. Pivot both feet forward. Knees bent quite deeply. Maybe you'll be able to take hold of your ankles and let your head go. So like a forward fold with your bottom stuck out in the back, knees bent deeply, and just let everything go. Excuse me. And then bring both hands down to the floor and walk yourself back to the front of your mat. Press into the toes of the back foot. Spring forward into Uttanasana 1. So knees bent really deeply. Inhale into your flat back. No crunching of your neck. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Press into all four corners of your feet and nice and slowly bring yourself up to stand. And you know what's coming now, so gather that energy, that strength, that vitality into your lungs. Ready for dancer pose. So this time we're taking the weight onto our right foot and leg. Reduce contact with the left foot. Bring it back in line with the right knee. This side could be completely different. Earlier I couldn't balance on this side at all. So I shouldn't think about it because I can do it. Take your mudra with your index finger and thumb if you want to, and right hand up. So this can be your dancer pose. And if you're here, that's brilliant. You're doing a great job. What we're looking for is a still point. But if you want to go further, begin to lift your left thigh up towards the ceiling. And then press your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. And breathe. Find your still point. Pressing the foot into the hand. Lifting the thigh up. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself back down. Release your left foot. Well done. So all the hard stuff is nearly done. All the hard stuff is done actually. And then from here we're just going to sweep our arms up. Exhale, bend your knees as deeply as you need to. Make contact with the floor. And bring one knee down, bring the other knee down. Sweep your legs to one side. And meet me in, well, I don't know what to call this. So we're not actually on our sit bones. So if you want to actually find your sit bones and then slide back off your sit bones. So we're going to do half boat, which is a lovely posture for finding a wee bit of stillness in maybe, or maybe not. But whatever way you do this posture, I do want you to find a bit of stillness. So if that means you keep both feet on the floor, you do that. Or if it means you keep both feet and hands on the floor, or maybe you'll have your feet off and your hands on the floor. You do whatever you need to find that wee spot, that wee place of stillness in this posture. So we want to start off drawing our knees in really close, hug them in really tight to start off with. Lift, rather than think of bringing your knees towards your chest, bring your chest towards your knees. Because you can see, hopefully you saw a difference there between me bringing my knees in and bringing my chest in. It immediately sort of straightens everything up. And then maybe your toes will begin to lift. So and if this is where you are, to find that little still point, please just stay here. And it is lovely here. But if you want to go a bit further, maybe you'll straighten one leg or lift one leg and then lift the other leg. Keep hands on the floor if you need to. Keep bringing your chest towards your knees. Maybe point your toes. Maybe reach out, ready to receive. And breathe and smile. Find that still point. Wobbling's good. One more breath. And then gently make your way down onto your mat. Whatever way suits you. Brilliant. And then we're just going to bend our legs, take your feet out the full width of your mat. Have your knees as wide as you can. And we'll just do a couple of window wipers. So nice wide knees, press into your feet, big inhale. And exhale, drop both knees down to the right. Head left. And a couple of breaths here just to let the stretch happen. Really, we're talking about letting everything relax and let go here more than stretching. Inhale back to center. Exhale down to the left, head right. Inhale back to center. Knees down to the right, head left. And this time, if you want to increase the twist a wee bit, you can lift your right foot and bring it onto the left thigh, and just notice how that increases the stretch and a little bit more of the twist. You don't have to do that bit. You're just allowing the weight of the right foot to draw it down a little bit. Gently release the right foot, knees back to center. Check that they're still nice and wide. And drop them down to the left, head right. Just wait a minute or a second before you think of lifting the left foot. And then maybe lift the left foot onto the right thigh. And just breathe. Let your breath work for you. Shoulders relaxed. One more breath here. And then gently release your left foot. And if you want to, please take your relaxation here with knees bent. Allow them to roll in, knock in towards each other. Or alternatively, straighten your legs along the floor. And you're ready for your relaxation. So put on any extra layers that you might need. There's nothing worse than feeling cold when you're doing your relaxation. So use any props, pillows, bolsters, anything at all that you need to make yourself comfortable. And then get yourself settled down on your mat. So Shavasana's other name is corpse pose. And we don't really want to see corpses moving about particularly. So again, stretch your head up towards the crown of your head up towards the top of your mat. So you have a nice long back neck. Your chin's just in line, parallel to the ceiling. Very deliberately, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. The arms rotated so the backs of the hands can rest on the floor, as long as that's comfortable for you. And if you want to, you can gently but firmly place the index finger and thumb together in a Hasta Mudra. So yoga means to yoke or unite, so by doing this, that you're allowing the body, you're uniting mind, body, and spirit. So just check that your hips are nice and soft. Heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. So Deepak Chopra said, in the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you. So hopefully in this posture you can find stillness inside of you. But B.K.S. Iyengar said that Shavasana is one of the most difficult postures to master. So much easier to still the body than it is to still the mind. So what we want to do is to still the mind and the body. So we just do a little quick scan of our physical bodies and see if we can release a tiny little bit more anywhere. So from the crown of your head, the forehead, the eyebrow center, the eyebrows, the eyelids just resting gently against each other, the eyes sinking down into deep, dark, comforting pools, completely resting. All the little muscles around your eyes, releasing, relaxing. The hinge of the jaw, check that your teeth are slightly parted. We don't want to clench your teeth. The tongue resting softly in the floor of the mouth. The lips just touching gently. And maybe even allowing your lips to move into the tiniest little bit of a smile. And that will help to relax all of your face and hopefully spread a little bit through the rest of your body. The sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders, the spine, the back ribs, collarbones, the front ribs, the heart center, now we come to the upper arms, the elbows, the inner eye of the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands. Come to the buttocks, the fronts of the hips, the abdomen, all the internal organs inside the torso, softening, releasing, relaxing down onto the back body. The backs of the thighs, the fronts of the thighs, the knees, the backs of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the heels, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, all of the toes, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Now see if you can bring even more softness to your eyelids, to your eyes, to your thoughts, to all of your body. Feel a sense of softness moving the whole way down your body. Feel that sense of softness moving through every single muscle, every joint, every bone, every sinew, so that your body feels like jelly, like rubber, that you can just let it lie here limp, completely relaxed and filled with a sense of peace and softness and relaxation. And just acknowledge any thoughts that might arise as you lie here. We can't not think. The important thing is to know that we don't have to engage with them. And when those thoughts arrive, go inside and focus on any sensations inside your body. The movement of your breath. Any other movements or sensations that arise inside your body. Because as I say, we're trying to find stillness, but our body is never, ever completely still. There's so much going on inside our body all the time. But at the same time, there is that place of stillness that we can access inside. Just by bringing our awareness to our breath, the in and the out, finding those little still points in our breathing pattern, just allowing our breath to be soft and delicate, gentle, reassuring, always there for us. Knowing that gives us energy to help us share and optimize our health, and at the same time allowing us this sense of calm and peace that we can find at any time just by looking inside, finding that still point inside where we can just be. Just being here now. Knowing that in the midst of movement and chaos, we can keep stillness inside. Breathe, relax, and feel. Take time to slow down the pace of life. Watch the rise and fall of moods, the birth and death of dreams. Feelings and sensations seem so real, yet they shift like changing clouds and flow with the high tide out to sea again. Allow it all to be. No need to grasp or push away. Present with each moment, the whole of you, body, mind, and soul, opens to receive. So that's by Dana Foles from Go In and In. So your relaxation is almost complete. Gently bring yourself back. Allow your body to come back to its normal weight, its normal strength. Try and keep that sense of relaxation that you have, and see if you can carry it with you off your mat, even for a little while today. So when you're ready, bring a bit of movement back into your body, wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Have a stretch in whatever way you feel you need. Gently waking the physical body up. And then when you're ready, bring your hands together at your heart center, rub them nice and bristly together, and place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your tummy. And just feel that warming, comforting heat from your hands seeping into your body, into that place deep inside where we can find peace and stillness. And then gently release your hands. Bring your right knee into your chest, your left knee into your chest, and just have a wee rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can take the rock right over onto the right side of your body. Press into your top hand and bring yourself up into any comfortable seated position. And meet me with your hands in Untitled Mudra. So take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. Use your thumbs to lift your heart center up a little bit. And as you exhale, bow your head down towards your heart. And feel a nice stretch along the back of the neck. Thank you so much for joining me for our Feel Good Friday flow. So hopefully you do feel good, ready for the weekend. So have a lovely weekend, whatever you have planned, and thank you again so much for joining me for this practice. May the love in our hearts guide the words that we speak and the thoughts that we think. Namaste.